Lambeau Field in Green Bay. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay. And this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. Marr now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
No. 58. 54, Mike. Here we go. Shoot, Mike. 50.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Being chased out left. He's got this almost to the 40 before going in. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
They're throwing it on first down, but no one was open, so he gets flushed out of the pocket, runs towards the sidelines, gets out of bounds with a good gain.
Waste the timeout. That's what you did last game.
Now they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Wasted timeout. That's what you did last game.
To throw is Rodgers. Steps away to his left. He's got first down and then some at midfield. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, 626. Number 50. Hey, you block over here.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Open here is Allison. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 35. Rodgers now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Used to have a coach just tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
54 Mike. 54 Mike. Check.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. And his throw here's incomplete. The veteran safety, George Iloka, there to break that one up.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Well, a pretty move couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. Kevin King coming up from the secondary to make the play. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath, maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started. And you
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Yeah, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now on 4th down, they throw the deep ball, but it winds up to be incomplete. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. Forced out to his left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he's got this pretty close to a 1st down at the Cowboys' 22. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead them to 4th down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Back for the 2nd quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football. We'll see what they'll do here as they're up against a 4th and inches. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. Meeting the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. Rodgers now on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jalen Smith. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack.
No, I got the game recorded. I won last game. It's recorded. I promise. Go to YouTube. I'll tag you in there.
Rodgers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And
no, you did not.
At the 18-yard line.
No, you did not.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set
no,
up
you
the
did
3rd
not.
down.
No, you did not. You got to quit smoking that Reggie. You leave the Reggie alone.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Escaping
Give me that. Give me that.
Intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, Charles, if you think so far the early part of the preseason, who has stood out? If you take a peek back at the draft, really the first round, it was pretty defensively minded. But there were 3 quarterbacks taken. Kyler Murray first, Daniel Jones 6th, Dwayne Haskins 15th. Of those guys, they've looked pretty good.
I agree with you, Brandon. When you talk about those 3 quarterbacks, and you're right, the rest of the draft, we're talking about big linemen, right? We're talking about defensive players, not a lot of skilled players in the first round. But let's take the quarterbacks very quickly. Kyler Murray, by acclamation, went to Arizona. Everyone excited about it. And I think his team remains excited about his prospects. They're eager to see him play. He became the starter as soon as he was drafted. Daniel Jones, that was a different situation in New York. The fans weren't real excited about him coming in. But the reason they drafted him has a similar demeanor and talent to Eli Manning, and he's acquitting himself quite nicely in the early going. And Dwayne Haskins a little more up and down in Washington, but they love the big arm of this guy, and he's back at home. Remember, he grew up in Potomac, Maryland.
So the Cowboys will punt it on 4th down. As on is the veteran Chris Jones to kick it away.
Oh, Oh my. There's
position game,
that's bullshit. He should have picked.
Game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complimentary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
That is some bullshit.
Hey, Orbit.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Come on, man.
That's Allison. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20.
I feel like the game can't keep up sometimes.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando, and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do. So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. On that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Shut that little fucking dog up.
After the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Rodgers again now. Buying time to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not. Antwaun Woods able to drop him for a loss of a couple. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Now Rodgers. He's going to look deep down the field. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this is their 3rd drive right now. Maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down. But, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Prescott to throw it. They'll roll him in. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. Standing right on his own 5-yard line. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. A final shot before half for Rodgers. The left side throw.
Oh, yeah, you do. You run the same fucking play.
Right
now.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still
No,
remain.
I know, but
We
you
step
run the
aside.
same
This
play.
is the NFL.
You run like 2 plays.
After a rare scoreless first half, these teams
You run
now just
2
looking
plays.
for something as the second half gets underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
That's right. You're the same play guy.
The offense back out
Hey,
there
if it
at
works,
the line
it
ready
works.
for their next drive. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight, maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the 3rd quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. On 2nd and a yard. Prescott, throw left side, complete. It's Elliott. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 49 yards. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. This is Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
Yeah.
Well, these two teams battled through a scoreless first half. Finally, a breakthrough here in quarter number 3.
And I just wonder how that played for both
They'll
of them
be all right.
psychologically.
I ain't worried
Because when you
about
battle
it.
through a scoreless first half, now you know that every
I think they'll do good.
is
They'll be all
increasingly
right.
crucial. Who
Zeke
can
will be
put points
back.
on the board, make the other team chase? Wonder if you get a lift and if they get deflated a little bit.
Yep.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense
they gave
at
Todd
the
Gurley
line.
way
And
too
this
much
game was
money.
all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there.
What the fuck? I didn't even see him.
Plenty of time to get back in this game.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Yeah,
One play
I
has
don't
him
like
past the
Prescott.
40 already, and another
Yeah.
1st and 10.
Yeah, he's all right.
Rodgers going to throw. He sets up the screen to Jones.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football.
I don't know.
No matter what
He'll
position
throw
you play.
interception
If you're on
quick.
offense, be aware, ball
He
may
can't
come
throw
your way.
deep.
6
That's
yards
what I
was the
don't like.
pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Yeah.
Throwing is Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. Well, Charles, while we have a moment, you know what we need to do here is give a nod to the new Hall of Famers who were brought into Canton and inducted on August the 3rd. Champ Bailey, Pat Bolin, Gil Brandt, Tony Gonzalez, Ty Law, Kevin Mawai, Ed Reed, and Johnny Robinson, all part of the class.
Fantastic class. When you talk about guys who played at a top level, obviously they're Hall of Famers. But what I found interesting about it is you've got a great pass catcher, the best pass-catching tight end in history, in Tony Gonzalez. How would he like to work against this secondary?
Oh, no.
And the Packers pick it up.
God damn.
The football in a great spot. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Man.
No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down.
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. Bench down, figure out.
Oh, yeah, I play a little bit of Black Ops.
Because on that particular play, they had no answer.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points.
Throw the fucking ball.
This one is down he goes.
Run that back, run that back.
Preston Smith able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. To try again after the sack. Prescott, you never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. That sack came from the corner. On the corner blitz, it was Josh Jackson.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. Back now at Lambeau. 7-7 is our score. Pretty even matchup so far as we start quarter number 4. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Throwing now is Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Adams. And he's got this down to the 35. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a 1st down. Rodgers now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. This is Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Off the edge, it's Tyrone Crawford with a sack.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by George Iloka. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Come on, Witten.
1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Prescott, he's going to rifle one deep. And got his man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play here for Dallas. 48 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Prescott now. Wide open receiver complete. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll throw again. Prescott. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. On the counter, Elliott. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Throwing, Prescott. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Rodgers to throw. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Now Rodgers.
Give me that. Come on. Bullshit.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. They'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Adams. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Hey, Charlie!
Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But great. No pick, just incomplete that time. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's 6 of 7 now on this drive. He's back to throw. Dancing to his left. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. And Xavier Woods with a pick. He's at the 50. 30. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponent off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger. And dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.